morning students. Today I will be giving you a presentation on the left outer join. So what is the left outer join? In case of the left outer join, all the rows of the left table and the matching rows of the right table is displayed. The columns will display the empty values or the null values for the non-matching rows of the right table. The example in this slide will demonstrate the concept of left outer join. Just check the two tables in this slide. The first table is the items table having item ID as the primary key, and the second table is the orders table having order ID as the primary key and item ID as the foreign key. Just below these two tables there is an example query demonstrating the left outer join. From this query, now we have to determine which is the left table and which is the right table. That can be determined from the text left outer join in the query. The table left of the text left outer join, which is orders in this case, is the left table, and the table right of the text left outer join, which is items in this case, is the right table, and that is depicted by arrows in the query. As the table orders is the left table, so all the rows of this table will be selected, whereas for the table items, which is the right table, only the matching rows will be selected and the non-matching rows will have null values. Now check the query. Select o.orderID, I.itemName, I.qty available from orders O, which is the left table. Then left outer join items I, which is the right table. Then we have the joining condition, which is o.itemID is equal to I.itemID. O here is the alias name for the orders table and I here is the alias name for the items table. In this query, as we extract o.orderID, which is a column in the left table, so all its entries starting from 1 till 4 are selected as represented in the output column order ID, which has all the entries from 1 to 4. Again, when we extract I.itemName and I.qty available, which are the columns in the right table, we have to check the joining condition o.itemID is equal to I.itemID. So, for item ID as 1 in the orders table, the corresponding item ID whose value is 1 in the items table has racing car as item name and 10 as QTY available. Hence the first row in the output table has 1 as order ID, racing car as item name and 10 as QTY available. Again, for the item ID as 2 in the orders table, the corresponding item ID whose value is 2 in the items table has Chinese checker as item name and 12 as QTY available. In the same way, the third row in the output table has 3 as order ID, racing car as item name and 10 as QTY available. But just check for the item ID as 4 in the orders table. There is no matching entry of 4 for the item ID in the items table. As the table items is the right table, so for the item ID and order ID as 4 in the left table orders, there is no matching entry of 4 for the item ID in the right table items. So the entries item name and QTY available will have null values in the right table items for item ID as 4. Again I repeat, so the entries item name and QTY available will have null values in the right table items for item ID as 4, and that is represented by orders ID as 4, item name as null and QTY available as null in the output table.